Yo, what's up, everybody, man? Appreciate y'all for pulling up to the channel. And if you new, I go by Raggs. On all of my social media platforms, I go by Raggs.Swipa. And if you're a returning subscriber, hit that like for me, man. And I appreciate you. So we'll be talking about my truth, about my BALLISLIFE experience and how I got flown out to California for like a 1v1. The 1v1 scene type of deal, like the 1v1, 3v3, 5v5, blah, blah, blah. So BALLISLIFE had like a competition of who gonna be the next BALLISLIFE player or whatever the case was. So I had submitted a video, and when I submitted the video, they all was watching it at the table, you know, checking it out, and they liked my submission video. So then they asked, like, which player on the BALLISLIFE scene that you want to play against in a 1v1? I said Duke Skywalker. You know, he's a dunker. He can handle the ball a little bit, stuff like that. So I chose him. And they like, oh, they was all like super excited when they heard that. So after that, they asked for my information. I sent them all my information. When I sent them my information, you know, they paid for the flight and stuff. So when I made it down to California, we had an Airbnb. And as soon as I got to the Airbnb, they had interviewed me and was, you know, asking me all these questions of like how long I've been playing basketball, what am I doing with basketball, and so forth, so forth. So I, you know, explained to them and stuff like that. And after a personal interview, we all in the room or in the house had a personal interview. After that, they had gotten us all together in the kitchen, and then they started like saying, thank you for coming to the scene, and we appreciate you, and stuff like that, and let's have fun. So after that, we all got settled in. When we got settled in around like 12 a.m., we all went to the gym, get some shots up, you know, get the feel of it. After that, early in the morning, they said we have to be at the gym by 10 a.m. Not be up, but be at the gym by 10 a.m. So we was in the gym from 10 a.m. to like 5:30, 6 p.m. Remind you, it was cold in that gym. For all the people that know about California, they leave their gyms cold due to the weather, whatever the case is. So we in there from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. I was the last 1v1 game. It was like 3-4 games ahead of me, so I was the last one. But all of those games, they didn't have no type of energy into them. It was just dull in there. And yeah, so when it was time for me to play, I was cold. I was already mentally tired. I'm just ready to go. I was in the gym all day, not doing nothing. We in there cheering, and I was just like, I'm tired for real. So we had like teams. So I was on Ty Glover team, and the dude who I was playing against was RJ Floyd. He was on like Nas and them team. So everybody that was on Nas and them side, and mostly everybody in the gym was going against me because I don't know why, but they was all going against me. If you look up Raggs.Swipa and BALLISLIFE, you will see I was in Nas phase. I was in everybody phase. I was in Duke phase. Like, I was just screaming, you know what I'm saying? I was hooping. And I just felt like they cheated me out of a game. Like, I did a step back for game. I was behind the line, hit the three, boom, it was game. They like, no, it's not game. So they took the game away from me, and he won by 1 point. After that, we all went back to the Airbnb. And I was just thinking to myself, like, man, them niggas cheated me, man. They cheated me out of a game. I don't even really want to be here no more. The energy in this environment is just it's not for me. It's just not for me at all. And I kept contemplating of like, do I want to be here? Do I want to continue the weekend with these dudes? Do I want to continue the rest of the games, like the 3v3 and the 5v5? I just kept asking my homies, you know, talking to myself, and I just made the decision just not to continue the weekend. So after that, I left the Airbnb. I grabbed my stuff and left the Airbnb, got in the hotel, and stayed there. Then the next day come. They blowing me up, texting me, where you at? I'm ignoring it. I just decided to leave. When I left, you know, one of the guys reached out to me like, man, we apologize for how it went. You know, I want to talk to you personally on the phone, blah, blah, blah. I talked to him, and I would just tell him how I felt, all of that stuff. So that's kind of my that's kind of my experience of the Ballless Life, like, trip when I went out there to California. What I didn't like about the trip, what I didn't like about just the whole scene in general, everything was scripted. The hospitality it wasn't good. It was just all over the place, for real. I just didn't like how they treated me, how they made the video seem like all negative about me. And like throughout the days, if we not filming, it was barely any, like, I don't know. It doesn't really matter. At the end of the day, I didn't like it. I didn't like the experience. I should have won. After that, I felt like I got cheated. I just left the scene, and I just didn't want nothing else to do with them. It was nothing more, nothing less, you know what I'm saying? So that's my experience. But if y'all like the story, if y'all got any comments, any feedbacks, drop them in the comments. Leave it, ask any questions. I'm here, I'll be responding all the time, and just show some love, man. Hit that like, subscribe button. I'll be dropping another video.